All right, all right, all right. This is over. You ready, darling? You ready? Okay. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Chulisi. That means a chulo that takes it easy. And you are in a 25-minute show that I call Spitting on the Spot, where I pick an artist of any medium. It could be a poet, it could be a writer, it could be a singer, it could be an actor, or it could be just someone downright funny. And I chat with them for 20 minutes. We chat, kiki, carry on, laugh, talk vulgar, but most of all, it's a good vibe. So I want to thank everybody that's tuned in to Spitting on the Spot. And if you tuned in from the very beginning, you heard a track called Complicated by my guest, the one and only fabulous David Sosa. Hi, honey. Welcome, baby. Welcome. Let's start off. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling it's, COVID's going on. You're in the house all the time. So as a Cancer, I'm relatively okay with that. I like to be homebound, but I like my options. I want to be out when I want to be out. So
Chills.
I'm dealing with it as best I can.
I am there with you, honey. I go from work and home, home and work. Sometimes I just get in the mood and I'll get all dressed up to really just do nothing.
Just to go to the living room. I walk to the living room.
I remember this outfit. Now, quickly, for those who don't know David Sosa is a singer and a songwriter. But before I knew him as that, I knew you as me and you are we are in the faith of Yoruba Lukomi. We are santeros. And I met you through there. And the first time I saw you, I was absolutely floored. I was like, who's that pretty little boy up in this room? And then I found that you were actually a nice person, which is rare, because, most people who are pretty and in our rooms are usually stuck up. But that's another conversation for another day. And then one day, I'm following you on Facebook, and you did a video where you sang, and I was upset, I gagged, I went through a whole bunch of feelings, because I was like, okay, he's a good person, a good priest of the faith, a gifted spiritist, and he could sing. I said, okay, I'm done. I was like, God, you are not making the game easy for me. I will never stop having to be pretty with these bitches popping up like this. And you happen to have an amazing voice.
Thank you.
David, I gagged. I've been around the industry for a very long time. I've worked with a lot of different levels of singers. Let's keep it at that nice. And you are on the top tier.
Thank you.
Darling. You have
Thank
skills
you so much.
to gook. So my first question to you, in making this, he has an album called Journey to Love. When did the album come out?
The album came out September 29th.
And you did it during COVID.
I put everything out during COVID. I used if COVID did not happen, unfortunately, I probably would not have released this album.
Work. That's so fucking honest.
I had to use the time that I had to myself that I never usually have, or that I never make time for because I'm running around trying to do too much, that I actually had time to sit down, that I was like, listen, I need to put this album out. Like, this is actual time I have to myself. Let's do this now. Like, let's go.
Now, how was the recording? Like, with the whole COVID
So
thing?
I had recorded the whole album already.
Oh.
It was waiting for the mixing process to really go down.
Right.
So
it's all about the magic behind the scenes.
I was paying installments to the producer. So I took out a loan, and I was like, let's start with these songs now. Let's get them going.
Nice.
And then, so when he gave them back to me, as he sent them to me, I was already sending them to another guy to master, because he doesn't master. So I sent another guy to master, and I would just have them within just quick time frame.
Nice. How many tracks are on the album?
There's 8 tracks. One of them is a remix of the first song you hear on there, which features a artist named Literal, who's an amazing trans artist. Like, he's just has a awesome flow. If you like rap and if you like that hip hop type deal, like, he just has it. And I did one without the rap, because everything is for everybody.
Yes. By the way, his album is, again, it's called Journey to Love, and it's available on all music platforms. Okay. And if you
all of them,
and you want to be a shady bitch and you want to invest, then go on YouTube, David Sosa, put complicated because you'll see the rest of the album and at least get enough play so he has views. You know, just in case you bitches don't want to spend your coins and
And
stuff. You know.
subscribe, like, comment, do all of that.
Right, very much so. Because it's all about the numbers, darling.
All of it.
All about the numbers. Okay. So what I do on my show is we jump from topic to topic, and I'm happy that you're quick and sassy with it. Okay, so this is my first question to you. You're big, like you're famous, shit is popping. Who is the first artist that you would like to do a duet with?
Oh, that is hard.
Isn't that something?
I've got to do some pretty awesome things with some artists, or at least be in their vicinity. I really, really want to work with Rochelle Farrell. I want to write a song with her. I would like to write with her. I'd like to sing with. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sing background for her because nobody just sings with Rochelle Farrell. But I don't know. I
get you. Rochelle
yeah,
Farrell.
she's. I've been listening to her since I was a teenager, and
me too.
It's you don't get no better than that, honestly.
Her best album is the live album.
The live in Montreal is its own thing. But honestly, I can listen to damn near all of them straight through without skipping a song.
That album is on my playlist, and that was another reason why I started really, really loving you. Because a lot of people have talent, but I like to see what grooves them. Because what grooves them, it lets me know how serious they are in their craft. Like, you can't turn around and tell me I'm a fab singer and you don't go past the 2000s. You know what I mean? And I always tell people when they come to me to sing, I tell them, if you want to learn how to sing, go back to jazz, go back to the blues, go back to,
absolutely.
You know, because if you don't know where your foundation's at, then you have no sense of where the fuck you're going.
And even if it's not your preferred genre, right? You still get to learn so much in the phrasing, in the how they emote, all of it.
Right, because a lot of these kids now they have beautiful voices. I'm not going to take that away from them, but they lack the feeling. And I'm a big believer that as a singer, you're a storyteller. You have to tell a story.
Absolutely, that's actually the thing that's missing.
With the song "Complicated." I heard that while cleaning the house, and I actually stopped.
Oh,
because you hit scales.
Thank you.
Technique-wise, and then I stopped because just the song. Did you write that?
Yes.
Wow.
I wrote the first verse and the chorus, and I knew what I wanted to do with it. And then I had reached out to my amazing artist friend Ramona Montañez. And I've been singing with her for like 20 years already. So we just know each other. She's my vocal twin. We harmonize very well. We just blend. And I told her, I said, listen, I want to do a duet. It's my first album. You need to be on it. And I won't take a no for an answer. And I said, but I'm not going to write your second verse. I'm leaving that up to you. You're going to write your verse.
Yes.
Because I'm like, you emote to something differently, and you are going to sing differently when it's from your heart and from your soul. And so she wrote the second verse, and then we sat together on a couch and we ate food and we drank a little bit and we came together with the verse. We just shouted out ideas. And next thing you know, it just was a done song and a done deal. And we got to record it a little time later. And yeah.
I'm so happy that you write, because a lot of people don't understand. You want to make money in the industry? Be a writer. The singer makes money, but the writer stays doing the checks, honey. Because everybody remixes that song, the check goes to the writer, honey. It doesn't go to the singer, it goes to the writer.
That's facts.
And people do not know that. That's why when people tell me, and you know, David, I love to sing, and I can sing. I don't sing because there's nothing in this world that's making me sing. Right now I'm working on a house music EP. That's making me sing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that other stuff, I'm like, I just can't. I can't. I'm snobby when it comes to voice. It's, you know, I've been singing for a very long time. I believe that singers are kissed by God. You can learn to draw. You can learn how to act. You cannot learn how to sing. Either you have it or you don't. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? And when I see singers that are really about their craft and they really work on it and they study music, different genres of music, and In your singing, I can hear that you hear jazz. I can tell that you hear old school R&B. I can tell that you also fuck with the new kids. You know what I mean? Like you have all of that, and I can hear it because it influences you, and then you come up with your own sound. You don't sound like anybody else.
Right.
And as
I
a
love
singer,
that.
that's very hard to
I love
do.
that you hear all that, actually. That actually
No,
makes me very happy.
baby, honey, when I said I want you on my show, I was all up in your puddings, honey. I was like, let me break down my friend. Yes. Are you ready for my second question?
Yeah. Oh,
Same
Lord.
question, but with the old school people. They are no longer living on this earth. Who would you like to do a duet with?
Old school people that are no longer on this earth. That's so hard.
I know, because you love so much music.
I would have to say Donny Hathaway.
I'm shocked at your answer, because you better work it. You know how to love me.
Right. And just, even when what's that song? I Love You More Than You'll Ever Know. When it's just, like you just have those blues, if I ever leave you, it's just I call it church in the juke joint.
Oh, no, it's church.
It's church in the juke joint. It's where we swill this, but we still praising.
Wears little fucking hat all the time.
Yeah, and that's like, honestly, that if there's a place I put myself in, like when there's times when I step into my artistry and I'm in my most comfortable.
Right.
I am Suge Avery in the shack, and I'm like, we're gonna praise God today, and we may get into some things right after this. You know what I mean? Because the reality is that, like you said, I similarly feel that singing and music in specific is God's sound. It is the sound of God amongst us, which is why music can touch everyone, no matter where they're from. It elicits a reaction, a visceral reaction in your body that you can't even help. So it's moving energy. It's doing a lot of things. And
you said it. It creates and moves energy.
Yeah.
I've seen people sing and make a room sob.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people sing and have the room wants to have sex with them. I've seen people sing and entities have come from heaven.
Yep.
That's some shit. You know what? When you got that gift and you appreciate it, listen. The blessings are boundless.
Yeah.
Now we're getting ready to play my game. So get your little library on in your head.
I'm like, what's the rules again? What's the rules again?
Okay. Now, you're allowed to use any genre of music. It could be jazz, blues. It could even be a commercial, whatever it is. But it's a situation. It is called a feeling game. So I ask you a question and you have to answer it in song. You don't have to hear the whole song. You can do 4 sentences and just keep it moving. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. You're at a bar.
I'm at a bar?
Yes. And a woman sits next to you and says, I'm going to have this drink and then I'm going home to kill my husband. What song would you sing her?
And she's going home to do what?
She's going to kill her husband. She angry.
He had it coming. He had it coming. From Chicago. That's what I'm singing. Because why? Half these men ain't drunk. That's why.
I love that. Oh, wow, you're quick. I didn't expect that. That was good. Okay. Second scenario. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Okay. A kid comes up to you and says, I'm ready to come out to my parents. What song would you sing them?
I'm ready to come out to my parents.
I'm ready to come out to my parents and tell them that I'm gay. What would be the song?
I got a new attitude. I'm feeling new. My worries are few. And I got love like I never knew. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I got a new attitude.
Yes, honey. Yo.
That's what I was saying
right now. That is his.
You know why? Because I would see Patty live, and I remember seeing this very distinct. We were in Westchester Music Fair or what
Yes.
Westbury Music Fair, whatever it's called now. I don't know what it's called, something now. And there was this little child. He had to be between 10 and 12 years old. And he could not take her. He could not take Miss Patti LaBelle, and he was giving it to the children. He was serving you all of it. He, ooh, 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 and his parents were just looking at him. And me and my friend were King, who's like, "Baby, Patty will bring it out you. Patty
Oh,
will bring
yes,
out
you
the
would.
closet." She was like, "Forget the closet. Let's just deconstruct the doors." Patty
My
will
Patti
do it.
LaBelle story was years ago. I'm talking about, honey. I'm in my 50s. I was like in my late 20s. We went to see Patty at the Apollo.
Ooh, baby, ooh,
And I wanted to go because I wanted to see her sing Over the Rainbow. That is,
and
it's
throw
not
her
a performance. If
microphone.
Patty doesn't sing that, it's not a
Yes,
performance.
correct.
So I remember that in front of us was a very old lady. I'm talking about, she was beyond grandma. Like, she was just ready, one foot in the grave kind of old lady. And Patty's talking and talking and doing it, right? So at one point, Patty starts singing. And all I hear, the old lady in front of me saying, "Go, Patty. You better do it, Patty.
Yeah,
Go, Patty." Then Patty does the note. And all you saw was the old lady go back. And she had her eyes wide open and she was like, "God damn." And that made my evening. My teeth hurt after seeing Patty because if you sit in front of her when she sings, she makes your teeth vibrate.
yeah.
Oh, honey, my teeth were hurting, but I
And you
enjoyed
don't
myself.
realize your face. You're like you're so in it, and your face is pulled back because you're just like in
Hey,
enthralled.
she is loud as God.
When she puts down that microphone, see, that's my thing. Like people think I'm come mierda. They think I'm being snooty when it comes to singers and to music. And my thing is this: I grew up at a time where singers were singing. You
Say that.
can't impress me because
Say
you
that.
have a cute hook. You can't. Well, not when Patty put down her mic at Live Aid 1985 with her bucket hair studded with pearls and sang in an open aired auditorium and still able to be heard. You can never. Your favorite can never. So what you can never do is just come in here and impress me because you got a cute little run and because you have some range. Yeah, range will do it and a run will do it, but you can't. You're not going to impress me. What can you make me feel?
Move,
I've seen people
honey.
do things y'all would never. No,
Stephanie Mills, Rochelle Farrell, Tina
baby.
Marie, Phyllis
Stephanie Mills
Hyman. Uh,
on the Apollo. Stephanie Mills, the night we met, I often remember. Like she just came out with it, and everybody was just like,
she
"You
held the
can,
notes. Maybe
you
I
can,
feel good.
right?
And she
I
held
feel
that note
good." Yeah,
in
and
her
she just
snootiest
right
way,
into
like
it,
just to
right
make, because
into it.
nobody knows she's a big fag hag.
Oh no, big.
Stephanie, she could be shady,
The F.
honey.
I'm ready. I'm ready. And then
Ooh.
still close out a show. When I think of home, I think of a place where love's overflowing.
And then
Yeah,
she'll
like
hold you on the note. And
yes.
she'll be fierce. And she'll stop. She'll go, "Well, look," and she'll do it. And I'm like, "Go
I
ahead,
need
bitch.
all of it. I need all of it.
Go ahead,
But you
eat."
have to know your craft to do that. That's not something that is often rehearsed, and it may come up because you feel it in the moment, whatever. But it's like, to me, that's more important than choreography.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you see the notes in your head before you sing them?
No,
Really?
I let loose and let God. I honestly never plan too much out. Anytime I rehearse, every time is a little bit different.
No, no,
It's
no, no. What I
never.
mean, no, 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 no. Okay, okay. Maybe, there are singers like sometimes as singers,
Mhm.
it's different every time. I'm a big believer of what Billie Holiday said once. Billie Holiday said, "If you're singing the same song, if you're singing the same song twice the same, then you're not singing, you're rehearsing."
Boop.
So, as a singer, for me, when I let go, yeah, I'm letting my voice go, but I could see it in my head before it happens. I don't know if that makes sense.
I no, I
No?
don't. I'm
Okay.
totally in that moment. and
Okay.
whatever comes out comes out. Like it's one of those, you know, I may have some things that as I kept singing it, because I do rehearse, right? You know,
Right.
as I rehearse, that may have stuck with me, that may have made it into that thing that I may have done a few times before, but it
Right.
changes just a little. I mean, just yeah, it's in the
Oh, it
moment. It's
has to
very
change because you're
yeah,
feeling differently and
it's
you're going by
very
your
in the
feeling.
moment. If you get a happy David, you're gonna get a whole different than if David's going through some
Absolutely.
nonsense inside.
Like Mary. Mary's albums are the best when the bitch is brokenhearted.
When she's in pain, baby, forget about it.
Honey, the Grammys are there. When she's happy, I'm like, yeah, that's cute.
I mean,
That's
it's
a good
cute.
banger.
It's cute.
Hmm. Very much. Now, my question to you, baby, when all is said and done, what is the one thing you want to take away with you in your experience with this album?
I just want. I know that the music has a ministry to it. I know that I wrote it in a time when I was going through so much, and it was really my first joined at me writing. I was in my first relationship ever, my first long-term relationship, and I thought I knew, I had an idea what love was going to be, what it looks like. And
Oh.
so that was my first steps, my journey right into love, and I realized it wasn't all that I thought it would be. And the
Mm.
takeaway from it was really that I couldn't I couldn't fully engage in a loving relationship because I did not know how to love myself. And
Woo!
so I know that throughout the album, people have already given me so much feedback in that this is helping me with the situation I'm in, or I'm trying to get over somebody and this song is helping me through, or I need to remember to laugh because I feel like I'm going crazy and everything is crazy, around me. And I'm like, I know that the words are speaking for themselves. I don't I wouldn't poise this as my vocal album or my vocal debut. It's definitely
Work it
more
out.
reserved. It's
I'm
very
so happy
reserved
that you're
for
honest
for
with
me,
yourself. I love that.
but I wanted to make sure people understood the where I was at and where the lyrics are taking you, and understand like I was going through it, and I know some of y'all are going through it. And so my goal with this album, um is for it to just be heard. I want it to be heard as many places as possible to whoever needs to hear those messages, that needs to have it ministered to them. Whoever needs the message, I know I needed it. Um, Whoever needs it, that's it. As far as success is gauged, I feel I'm already successful because I completed a project that I wanted to do and
Say
I set
that.
out to do, and I did it. Already
Say
successful.
that.
I don't need it to be on a billboard and to. I mean, that's great. I'll take it. I'll accept it. But
Right.
it's that. So, but my goal is to have it distributed. I want people to hear it, to get a chance to hear it, and to decide for them if it's for them, and have it, like I said, speak to who it needs to speak to.
Did a lot of people gag when they found out you sang?
Really, that's very interesting.
David, I honestly, I didn't know you sang. For the years that you sang, I never fucking knew you sang. I fucking gagged. I gagged so much that I called Jeannie. And I said, Jeannie, did you see this? And I showed her your video. She was like, oh, yes, sister, he sings. I said, bitch, I am done, done. Had I known you sang and all the years I've been doing productions, I would have put you on stage a long time ago. Because I don't meet a lot of guys that I like that can sing. I know a lot of guys that can sing. I don't like a lot of guys whose voices I like. Because I'm funky
Oh,
like that. One, I
thank
can do
you.
half of what they can do, so I'm not impressed. And like I said, on a scale from 1 to 10, I make myself a 7, 8 vocalist. I mean, for me. Some people think I'm fabulous. I'm like, yeah, it's great, whatever.
I'll probably put myself in that same thing though if I had to self-evaluate. I put
You know what
myself
I
in a
mean?
7 or 8.
But when
Yeah.
I hear you sing, I wrote down, thank you for sounding authentic to the lyrics. And that, for me, will make me a fan. Because I know people who don't have great voices, but when they lock into the lyric and tell the story, honey, there's nothing like that.
It's so funny because I wanted to really touch base with my old school. Like, I grew up with the Delphonics, the Stylistics, the
Ooh,
Dells in the household.
stylistics,
Like that's what my
yes.
father played, you know. Tina Marie, Rick James, Patti
Oh,
LaBelle, Luther Vandross. I mean, the
never
OJs,
too
whatever you want to
much,
call it.
never too
That's what I
much.
grew up with, right?
Yes.
Stairway to heaven, right? So I just grew up with this music that always made you feel something. Even if you didn't know what they were talking about, you felt this feeling. And it was important for me. So I actually did little tidbits in there for people. I don't know if everyone got it, but like in so on Laugh, I actually am paying a little bit of homage to Elton John, to Benny the
Okay.
Jet,
Okay.
to that piano lick, you know, bump, bump, ba-dum, bump,
Yes.
bump, bump.
Yes.
Because every
Yes.
time I heard that song, you're like, oh, this is a jam. Like, you don't even have to
Bum,
like that
bum,
music.
bum,
You don't have to
bum,
like his
bum,
voice. It
bum.
made you feel. And I'm like, what other thing to show joy and exemplify laughter, right? Say Goodbye or Goodbye on my album is a response to Gladys Knight's Neither One of Us.
Have you ever heard Jeannie sing that?
I have not, and I will hit everybody in the head just to hear her sing it.
Ooh,
Um,
baby, when Jeannie sings that fucking song,
I
she's
I
in
will
her
die.
feelings.
I will die.
She doesn't sing
But
it often. When she does, she's in as her best friend. When she sings that song, child, listen.
but that's what I mean. Like there was that, and like Gladys starts with, it's sad to say,
Yes.
we're not gonna make it. So I
Woo.
start with it's sad to say that it's over now. Like it sometimes you do have to say goodbye. Like that's neither one of us. No, we both of us need to.
Me
So it was
too.
like a response,
We
and
don't
I gave
want
a quick.
to, but we have to because that's the
We
right thing
have
to do.
to, because sometimes you're putting all your energy to make something work that's already been dead. You're trying to revive something versus really feed into it life. And it was important that when I got to that when I got to that like revelation in my relationship, I was like, no, it's okay to fade out of this.
It's
It's okay to
okay.
choose me. And it's okay to walk away from this. And I don't have to feel bad and shame myself like, oh, you shouldn't do that. No, do that. Because it's not working. It's not it. It's not it.
Neither one of us wants to
Right?
be the first to say
Right,
goodbye.
goodbye. So that's my response to Gladys. I'm like, no, we both need to say goodbye because sometimes things do come to an end. You know what I mean? And that's my whole like response to her. And at the end, I gave a little nod to Natalie Cole, the late great Natalie Cole, with she has Inseparable, and there's no way you can make us. So I did there's no way you can fix this. Like we can try and keep trying, but no, nothing is gonna work. And other little nods here and there. I mean, All I Need is obviously a nod to Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's,
Yes, it
you know,
is. That's my
All I
second
Need.
favorite
And
right here.
then,
All I need.
right. And then I put if you listen to the end of the song, after the bridge, I put a little bit of Aretha's version of it. The Baby, I Want You, I Need You. Oh, right. Right. So, because I'm like, these are the people that set the groundwork. Like, I could not even be singing the way I sing and or be touched the way I'm touched if it wasn't for these amazing artists and elders, so to speak, some of them
Right.
living, some of them gone, that really put this foundation. And it was important for me to do that on my first album. Like, because anyone who knows me, I'm an old school head. I'm not listening to the new stuff. You come to my house when I'm jamming with my brown juice, you hearing also love them and leave them. Like, you're hearing all the old. You know,
Please
you
tell
know,
me that you know about Stacey Latti's song.
of course. I found love on a two-way
Two-way
street.
street.
Originally sung by what? Who were they? Ray Goodman and Brown. And before they were
Yes.
called that, they were something else. The Miracles? I don't remember.
I think it was the Miracles, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I got some little trivia in here. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. You
This
can tell
is
I
why
listen.
when this
I
COVID is
listen.
over, I'm going to your casa. I'm gonna sing and put on makeup and act like
There
two
you go.
viejas.
Put our batas on, be comfortable.
Yes, we'll be all up in our feelings doing fucking videos, and we'll wake up the next day and be like, "Oh my god, you saw that?"
What do we do?
Man, but this is gonna be viral.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, so I want to thank you for
Thank
coming and spitting
you.
on the spot. I wish you success. I
Thank you so
adore you
much.
and love you.
Thank
I've been
you.
a fan for the longest. I'm so happy that I finally got to chat with you in person. I finally got to meet you one time at our very good friend's wedding. And the vibe was amazing. I said, yeah, this could be my new best friend. Yeah, we could definitely do this. Yeah, he sings out loud like I do. Yeah, we could definitely fuck with this. But I
I
want to
love it.
thank you for coming on. I love you.
Love you
Have
too.
great success, my love, and I'll see you in the cup, boom. And
Thank
to
you so
everybody
much.
that's tuning in, you can share this shit on your Facebook page. And you can
Share
share
it,
with other
everybody.
people.
Share, like, comment, engage,
Yes.
subscribe. If you're not on
Please
YouTube, you need to
subscribe
go
to
to
David
YouTube and
Sosa. You can find him on
subscribe and like and
Facebook.
all that good stuff.
Yes, get his album, subscribe to his YouTube channel, make it happen. Let's support each other because that's what it's all about.
Yes.
So
yes.
thank you for coming to Spittin on this. I love you, Garito.
Garito, my twin.
Yeah, I love him. I love him
too. He's great. He's great.
Yeah, he is. Oh, Rosemary was like, I love you, David.
My Titi.
Oh, hi, Titi. How you doing? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe. And for the love of God, ponte la maldita máscara, coño.
Please.
Put the mask on. I love you, David.
Okay. Love you.
Have a great evening.
Thank you so much.
Bye, baby.
Bye-bye.